Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
Bank rules in QuickBooks Online help automatically categorize imported bank account transactions. To open the Rules page in QuickBooks Online so you can manage bank rules, hover over the Banking link, called the Transactions link if using the Business view, in the navigation bar of QuickBooks Online. Then click the Rules link in the side menu of choices that appears. Alternatively, click the Banking or Transactions link in the navigation bar, and then click the Rules tab at the top of the page that appears to the right. Any existing bank rules appear in the Rules page. QuickBooks Online only applies one rule per transaction, and you prioritize the rules. To prioritize rules in this list, click and drag the handle at the far left end of any rule up or down in the list of rules, and then release it when the rule is in the desired position. To create a new rule, click the New Rule button in the upper right corner of the page to open a Create Rule pane at the right side of the window. Type the rule's name into the What do you want to call this rule field. To choose whether to apply this rule to money coming in or going out of the company, select a choice from the Apply this to Transactions that are dropdown. To choose to which bank accounts to track the money in or out, select a choice from the adjacent In dropdown. Then decide when to apply the rule to the money going in or coming out of the selected accounts by creating additional filtering criteria. To apply the rule if it matches all the following criteria, choose All from the And Include the Following dropdown. To apply the rule if it matches any of the following criteria, choose Any from this same dropdown instead. To create a criterion, use the next two dropdowns and the adjacent field to select a field to compare. Select a comparison operator, and then type the field comparison value. To add more criteria, click the Add a Condition link and then repeat this step to add as many criteria as needed for the rule. If a transaction matches any or all the criteria you set, you then need to choose how to categorize the transaction in the Then Assign section. Alternatively, to exclude matching transactions, click the drop-down next to the word Assign and select Exclude instead. You can then click the Save button to finish saving the rule. However, if you leave it set at the assigned value, you must first select the type of transaction by which to categorize it by selecting a choice from the Transaction Type dropdown. Then, depending on your transaction type selection, you must enter at least one value into the fields that appear for your selected transaction type. For the Transfer Transaction Type, there is an Account dropdown. For all other transaction types, there are Category, Payee, Customer for Money Out, and Tags, drop-downs, and fields within which you can select or enter the value or values with which to categorize the matching transactions. If needed, to add a split account categorization, click the adjacent Add a Split link next to the category drop-down to show a Split By section. Use the drop-down under the Split By label to split it by amount or percent. Then for each Split Details section, type a percentage or amount, select a category account, and optional class if enabled. You can click the Add a Line link under the Split Details sections to add a new section if needed. To delete a section, click the trash can icon to the right of the section. To assign more data like optional classes, locations, or memo field values, click the Assign More link under the primary categorization fields to expand this section and show the class and location fields if enabled and the memo field. You can then enter any values to assign to matching transactions in these fields as needed. You can click the Clear link that appears here to clear the additional fields and collapse them again if needed. To automatically confirm the transactions to which this rule applies, ensure the Auto Add Toggle switch under the Automatically Confirm Transactions This Rule Applies To section is set to the On position. To instead manually confirm transactions to which this rule applies, switch it to the Off position. To save the rule into the rules list when finished, click the Save button in the lower right corner of the rule pane. Alternatively, to cancel the rule, click the Cancel button. In the Rules page, you can click the Edit link under the Actions column for a Rules row to reopen the rule page to edit it and then save your changes. To delete a rule, click the drop-down under the Actions column for the Rules row and then click the Delete link. Then click the Yes button in the Delete this rule window that opens to confirm you want to delete the rule, or click the No button to cancel the deletion. To copy a rule to use as the basis for another rule, click the drop-down under the Actions column for the Rules row, and then click the Copy link. Then edit the copy of the rule in the rule window that opens and save your changes. To disable a rule to prevent it from being applied, click the drop-down under the Actions column for the Rules row, and then click the Disable link. The value under its status column should then switch to Disabled. To enable a disabled rule, click the drop-down under the Actions column for the Rules row, and then click the Enable link.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.